Mark, you mentioned that we can't do everything, and there is a lot of interest in school resource officers, and I I don't think that school resources officers is part of the scope. Can you kind of talk about what other areas are not included and why?
Well, let me thank you, Brian. Let me speak first off to the question about school resource officers. That is something that is outside the scope of what the charge is for the PPG. However, the Arlington Public Schools and the school board is currently going through its own review of what its policies will be and what the future are of school resource officers. And I think it's this week, they're first in a series of sessions they're going to have, will be focused on that. So that's one of the things that I don't say, not that the community isn't going to look at it, but this group is not going to look at. Another area is we've received several questions that have come in from people who've said, we were very disturbed with what happened with the events of June 1st in Lafayette Square and the role of Arlington County Police in that. And there was a promise made after that, which we're following through on, to look at our mutual aid commitments. And that specific policy itself is something that is not part of this group's charge. That the question about our policy concerning mutual aid is something that right now is being reviewed by the Metropolitan Washington Council of Governments. There's an underlying agreement. And when they come up with some thoughts and recommendations, that will come back to the county board, and there will be a public conversation in front of the board about next steps on that. So that's just an example of two areas. And I know there's, I'm sure people will come up with other ones that we're not focused on right now. So that's my answer.